Hello and welcome to Keto A Go Go. Quite a long time since we've had a chance to speak, and a few things I'd like to speak about. Let's have a quick look to sort my collar out because it's forget it. I've just come off a phone call with an NHS dietitian who has insisted that I eat plenty of fruit and veg and plenty of wholemeal bread, and this, that and the other, and limited amounts of rice and pasta and potatoes and bread. Concerned that I'm on a keto diet, despite the fact that I've now lost close on to 16 kilos on Exanti and on a keto diet. So I did chuck a couple of hand grenades at her as to say, if everybody is following your advice, and statistics would show that people are trying to eat less red meat, less fat, more fruit and veg, and this, that and the other, why we are currently at 79% overweight and 30% obese. But I didn't really get much of an answer to that. And when I suggested that perhaps it was a case of people shouldn't be eating so many carbohydrates and should not be eating processed foods if they are overweight or obese, well, I suppose she kind of agreed with me, because it's very difficult to disagree with something like that when you consider some of the crap that is churned out by these food factories. But either way, she wants me to eat more fruit, and I explained that if I'm going to be on a keto diet, eating fruit is a no-no. It's definitely no bueno, because you're eating fructose, and fructose is mixed with fiber, and fruit is good for you. But if you're trying to get into ketosis, the sugar levels in the fruit are too high. In order to get into ketosis, you have to keep your sugar levels low so that your insulin levels stay low, and so that your body is able to unlock the fat cells and unlock the glycogen in your liver and use it for its energy by producing ketones. So that's where we left it. She wants to see me in another 2 months, doesn't want to see me for the next 2 months. But in another 2 months, I'm hoping to show her that I will have lost hopefully another 8 kilos, maybe as much as 10. I don't know what's going to happen. Right, so progress report on ketosis and the keto diet. The keto diet is wonderful food-wise. I eat bacon, eggs and mushrooms most mornings. In the evenings I eat a piece of salmon or some steak, or last night I made a shepherd's pie, but instead of topping it with potato, I topped it with mashed up cauliflower, mixed in with mozzarella and cheddar cheese. Probably could have done with a little bit more in it by introducing a mature cheddar rather than a mild cheddar, but it came in a pre-grated bag, so what am I going to say, can't fish out the little bits of mild cheddar and put strong cheddar back in. Anyway, it was an experiment in that, can you replace mashed potato on a shepherd's pie with mashed cauliflower? And yes, you can. But I think next time I'll introduce a bit of a stronger cheese in there as well, and maybe bang a bit more salt in, because it was just a little bit too flat. Next time will be better. So fish, steak or a shepherd's pie, that was lamb mince, because the lamb mince was 20% fat, and it's the animal fat that we need. And the animal fat that we need is what's going to keep us going, keep our systems going, and provide us with the energy that we need in small quantities of food. Getting into ketosis is proving to be difficult, though. It is really annoying that I have these urine strips and I'm struggling to use, because it kind of like things get in the way. You've got to try and hold a cup under the tap while you're holding onto the tap, if you like, and then not at the same time. I'm not a bloody juggler. get the strip out of the little container and stick that into the cup as well, and then shake that off and make sure that it's held flat. And then 10 or 15 seconds later it should darken, and the darker it goes, the more in ketosis you are. And it's not darkening, if at all. It's darkening maybe to the first bit, which is trace. So trace ketones. Now there is a video online, because I was trying to find out why am I not in ketosis, but I am losing weight, so one would assume that I am. But the presence of ketones in the urine is not always going to happen. It can be that your body will be using all of the ketones that are being produced to provide your body with energy. So I might have to invest 20 quid in a ketone blood meter. Now, if I've got ketones in my blood, I know that I am in ketosis. There is a chance that ketones would not appear in my urine for the reason I mentioned earlier. So weight-wise, I really want to get below 140, you know, but I think I was the same when I went below 150, and I was the same when I went below this and that and the other, all the way down. So I really want to get below 140, but I am 1.6 kilos still further away from it. I know it's been a bit of a slow start on the ketosis, on the keto diet, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to knock it on the head or anything like that. I'm going to keep going because I'm convinced that the science is correct. I'm convinced that the problem is carbohydrates that is causing not only mine but the nation's obesity, and the reduction in those is absolutely vital. So at some stage I want to be able to obviously come off a keto diet and move on to a more balanced diet, which is never ever going to be 60% carbohydrates. But there is a need on the keto diet, and there probably is a need on a lot of other diets as well, to introduce more fibre in your diet. So I need to find a way, and I think the answer is to eat nuts and seeds, to introduce fibre. I need to investigate that. Don't rush out of the shops and go and buy a load of nuts and seeds. But I think wholemeal is where you find your fibre, and also find your fibre in fruit. But I don't want to eat like tin fruit or packaged fruit in any way. It's got to be natural. Got to be as it fell off the tree, sort of thing. But also nuts and seeds to provide myself with enough fibre. I've also started taking some multivitamin tablets because of the lack of vitamins, or certain vitamins and minerals that you would find in fruit and veg, and because I'm cutting down the fruit and veg as much as possible to lower the carbohydrate intake, I've got some diabetone tablets, whatever they're called, and they've got all the B vitamins and A vitamins and C and E and loads of metals that I'll be chomping on as I go through my day. Apart from that, everything is okay. I'm still waiting to be able to give you some really big news, that I am officially in ketosis and my wee strip has gone really dark brown or anything like that, and that the weight is falling off me, like I've got beriberi or something like that. That will happen, not the beriberi and not the illness, but the weight loss I feel certain will happen. We've gone from summer into autumn extremely quickly, but that should not be able to stop me from going for a walk. So I've now written up a bit of a timetable of when I will be working as a taxi driver and when I won't. I do a school contract in the morning and do a school contract in the afternoon. And I think that most days I will be working during the daytime. And when I finish the schools, then that's me free, and that means I can go for a walk for at least 30 minutes or an hour or so. Probably not massive treks along the canal path again, because it did me in for the time being. Obviously, in the future, then that shouldn't be a problem, even at my advanced age. But to try and do it now while I'm like a Teletubby, waddling my way along the canal and back again, nearly. I mean, I could have keeled into the canal, couldn't I? There could have been a blockage in the canal. So perhaps a shorter walk than that in the future, but I will be making efforts once now that they've got the timetable sorted out. Look, I know Louis is on holiday down there in Cornwall, and I hope you're staying away from the cream teas, and they do them upside down there anyway, and the fish and chips and everything like that. If not, then tough, whatever. It's, you know, you're away for a holiday for a week. Just get on with it, enjoy yourself and relax and get back. I know she'd lost £50. This is lousy pie or Lucy. I really don't know what to say about her channel name, but she's lost £50, and she's a way to go yet. But I think to lose £50 on Exante is a superb effort. There's also another one of the followers of Lynn, who is now also, as I did, also become not diabetic anymore, as in she's gone into pre-diabetes, into that zone. So again, fantastic news. Whether it be Exante or whether it be keto that you're following, keep at it. It's fantastic what it's doing for people, and I think that once people have been on this and realised how much better they feel, they can probably stay out of the chip shop and stop eating the garbage that we used to fill ourselves up on. Anyway, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing my keto for a little bit longer, and hopefully I'll be able to either test my blood for ketones or turn that strip a much darker colour. All right, look after yourselves. Oh, the sun's coming out. Fantastic. Hey, I might go for a walk. Take care. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.